Hey, it's Richard Geller. I'm coming to you from sunny, gorgeous Mexico. I want to talk today about some of the things that investors are looking for and some common mistakes that people are making. Just a couple of them, really. Number one, a very common mistake that people make is if they put in so much money as a loan to their business, they want to get an investor to put money in and they want to get paid back from that money. That's never going to happen. If you have put, let's say, $50,000 of your own money in your business and you call it a loan, that's fine. You can get paid back. As far as tax purposes, we all know it pays to minimize your equity and maximize debt. But as far as an investor is concerned, if they're putting money in, do they really want their money to go to pay you? No, they want every dime of their money to go towards the business. So you'll be naive. You'll never get any money if you're going to tell somebody that they're going to be putting money in and some of that's going to go to pay you back. Same thing with loans that you personally guaranteed. If you have signed a credit card guarantee, which most of us have, and you have credit card debt that your business has, that you've incurred to start the business, don't expect any investor who's putting money in to allow you to pay those credit cards back or to somehow get out of the personal guarantee. You got to know that's not going to happen. So this is a very common mistake to avoid. Don't expect money that comes into your business from an investor to pay back prior loans. The only thing an investor wants to put money in is for you to get your business off the ground. New projects, new investments. They don't want to pay anything back old. Forget it. It's not going to happen. It's totally naive, and you'll never get any money if you think that they're going to do that. Second thing I want you to be aware of is that a lot of people who are looking to raise money actually are really thinking too much in terms of either debt or equity. What you really want to do is you want to, first of all, try to work out your business so you can avoid having to raise money in the first place. If you do need to raise money, you want to minimize the amount you raise and try to raise it as far as you can with debt. That's because, obviously, with debt, you pay it back. That's the end of it. With equity, you've got a partner, and the partner's been complications. I'm not saying you never want to have a partner, of course, but you want to try to minimize how much you need and try to do as much as you can with debt before you take on partners. The worst partner to take on is a venture capitalist, because they're going to try to run your company with you. They're going to be more than your partner. They're going to get in bed with you, and they're going to want to take over things. That's a price you pay. It's a steep price. Sometimes it's worth it. I'm not saying it isn't. But in most deals, in most cases, you're better off with avoiding to raise money in the first place, some debt, or some equity from investors. VCs, venture capital would be the last thing to consider on the list after you've considered the others. My favorite forms of raising money are raising it from customers. I'd like to get customers to prepay, or I'd like to get customers to buy development of something that I get the rights to resell or reuse. Lots of ways of working many projects where customers finance the deal and where you still have the intellectual property rights or you still have the product built that you can then market. Or customers prepay you, and instead of billing the customer after the work's done, you bill them before the work's done. And you don't need to raise any money. There's lots of ways of doing this. Vendors are a great source of financing. I've had lots of deals where I see where vendors can finance the whole thing. They can loan you the money in return for loyalty. They can give you very, very good terms. Instead of net 30, they can give you net 90. There's lots of ways vendors can help you. So it's really a question of who benefits if you're successful. If you find out who benefits and you go to that entity or that party, and you can maybe make a deal with them, you can then avoid having to get investors, avoid venture capital, and avoid having to raise money, and you can focus on building your business. This is Richard Geller. I hope you found this helpful. If you're on my list, what you want to do is you'll get more of these tips all the time. If you're not on my list, you want to go to businesscreditmachine.org, and then just put your name and email address in. You'll be on my list. You'll get wonderful emails every day. I always maintain your privacy. I'll never share your name or list with anybody. Richard Geller, Business Credit Machine. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.